What's happening, beautiful people? Welcome back to another live stream right here on Cassius Morris Official. Hope everybody's having a phenomenal day. We had a great night of streaming last night. We did just about 4.5, 5 hours of streams, and we had a great time. We had some new different content formats. So tonight we're going to try it again, hopping on the interview roulette, or roulette, I should say, speaking to some strangers online and doing those random interviews on the Monkey app. It's been super cool. Think ChatGPT or Omega, or ChatGPT, what am I saying? Chat Roulette or Omegle from back in the day, if you're not familiar with the app. Got some great conversations last night and a lot of topics to cover tonight on the stream. So while everybody files in, we're just going to wait a second for people to start joining so we can play our main clip. And shout out to all the new viewers, by the way. We've been doing numbers on all of these streams. Tons of new followers, tons of new subscribers. I appreciate everybody who's joining the movement and tapping in with me here on the channel. If you like all the streams you've been seeing and all the different interviews and content, do me one favor and make sure to tell a friend. It's the best way to promote this channel and help keep daily content coming every single day. Tell a friend. Let's get that word of mouth. And let's make this the #1 streaming channel on YouTube. This is what I see for myself in 2026. And I'm here with a newfound hunger, man. Not newfound because I've always been hungry. But I'm at the point now, chat, where I want to be the best. I want to be the best. I want to be the #1 stream that YouTube has to offer. Endlessly entertaining for my viewers. And that is what we're going to deliver here on this show. So let's jump in. Let's start right now. Why wait? There's no better time. Top story for tonight is Conan hosting the Oscars last night. I did not actually sit down and watch the Oscars because I tend to feel like the Oscars are pretty much slop. But we are going to watch it tonight because he did make some pretty risque jokes, controversial jokes. He did joke around about Epstein, which is only appropriate, I think, in this scenario because he's actually like sticking it to the people who were perpetrators. We're going to look at that clip. We have some other stuff quickly glossing over the Oscars as well. We have a new video from Chad Smith on Drumeo. We have some body cam videos from the cops, some funny clips on X. Blueface just did his boxing match last night. We have so many different videos to cover on tonight's stream. So that's just a little rundown of what we're going to be doing. So why don't we jump into Conan? I mean, I feel like we should watch the video. That, like I said, I'm not an award show guy at this point, guys. I'm not a follower of the Grammys. I'm not a follower of the Oscars. But I felt like this would be cool to watch because Conan is one of the only people from like the mainstream late night machine and the mainstream media machine who I actually happen to like. You know, I've spoken on this before, but growing up as a young interview host and a young person who was, you know, a broadcaster and wanted to be a media personality for a living, growing up, I always had this fantasy of being in late night and almost like this adoration in a way for the format of late night. And what happened when I grew up, because remember, I'm 27 now. So when I was coming up, even when I was 15, 16 years old, late night was a totally different format, but it was also still respectable and respected. You know, what's happened in the past couple of years with late night is I think they've basically tanked themselves as a genre because every late night show has just become a political commentary show. Back when late night was good and when I still wanted to be involved in it, you would have regular late night shows like Conan, David Letterman, Jay Leno, and then you would have like the political shows, the Colberts, the Jon Stewarts. It was like a political late night show by design over here and regular late night shows over there. What took me away from my respect for late night was when they all became political shows, when they all became political activists. And it just turned me off. You know, again, there's a way to cover politics. I cover politics in many different scenarios. But I felt like all these guys just kind of lost the plot with the Trump derangement syndrome and with the political content. But Conan is the one late night guy who I've always liked. I've always found him funny and more or less genuine for a television personality in his space. So with all that said, we're going to take a look at the opening monologue. Let's get a sense of how he did. And there's also the Epstein joke as well. Let's run it now.
Thank you very much. Big things big thanks to Amy Madigan for the wig. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you for that. Hey, I am Conan O'Brien, and I'm honored to be the last human host of the Academy Awards. Yes! Yeah! Next year, it's going to be a Waymo in a tux, so check that out.
It's not even funny, it's just true.
I'll be back hosting the Oscars. Last year, when I hosted, Los Angeles was on fire. But this year, everything's going great. Oh, you applaud that? That's weird. That's weird. Security is extremely tight tonight. I just got to mention that, yeah. I'm told there's concerns about attacks from both the opera and ballet communities.
Bro, you know there's nothing going on in Hollywood, by the way, when the latest outrage is about ballet and opera. Are we still talking about this Timothy Chalamet stuff? Opera and ballet. This is where we're at in 2026 with no content from Hollywood. Dude sitting there with a billionaire girlfriend and like $10 million in the bank. Was he supposed to care? Is he supposed to care? Look at bro's life. Look at my dude's life. And I'm looking respectfully, Timothy. With all due respect, you're in a pretty good situation here. You got Kylie on the left. You got the stack of money on the right. I mean, maybe not an effective roast for Timothy.
They're just mad you left out jazz. I should warn you, tonight could get political.
Youth Among Us.
And if that makes you uncomfortable, there's an alternate Oscars being hosted by Kid Rock.
Nah, of course.
It's at the Dave & Buster's down the street. A lot of tickets for that. Netflix, this is exciting. A lot of cool people are here, and some of them behind the scenes. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos is here, and this is exciting. It's his first time in a theater. This is what they're talking about. Why are they all together enjoying themselves? They should be home alone, where I can monetize it. Yeah.
Do you guys find this funny? I don't really find this funny, honestly. So far, I mean, I'll give him an A for effort. He's definitely trying, but it's just not that funny.
So many great films this year. Just what an incredible year for film, wasn't it? Absolutely stunning. Yeah. I said that last year, but I was lying. No, this year is stunning. I loved Hamnet. I loved Begonia. Yeah, weren't they amazing? Yeah. Yeah, between Hamnet and Begonia, it's been a big year for movies that sound like off-brand lunch meat. So that's... Had a little Begonia around 10. Not sitting too well.
Oh my God, this is so bad. Bro, I had higher expectations for Conan. What is this slop that we're being served up? Dude's talking about off-brand lunch meat. This is like an off-brand frozen TV dinner. That's what this set sounds like so far. And Emma Stone's sitting there, like all the actors are sitting there laughing. No wonder they're actors. They can sit there and laugh at this slop and act like it's funny. Look at her face.
That sound like off-brand lunch meat. So that's...
Look at her face. Oh, Conan. He's so funny.
Had a little Begonia around 10. Not sitting too well. On the ride home, you'll appreciate it. At the beginning of Hamnet, a message comes on the screen explaining that the names Hamnet and Hamlet were used interchangeably. Yeah, that's when I knew I'd better buckle up.
What? What does this even mean?
William Shakespeare's wife Agnes gives birth by herself in the woods, or as we call that here in America, affordable health care.
Stupid. That's stupid.
Too real for you, huh? All right. F1, I loved F1. A popcorn movie, it was great. F1 was terrific. Yeah. F1 is up for Best Picture. It's the story of a race car driver who finally wins after deciding to go faster. Yeah.
What the fuck?
F1 received 4 nominations. F1 did so well, they're making a sequel, Caps Lock. Some of these I do for myself. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Sinners. Let's hear it for Sinners.
Holy shit, this sucks. And guys, I'm not even trying to be a hater. If you go back to the opening of this stream, what did I say? Verbatim. I said I like Conan O'Brien. I hate these kinds of shows, but I had hoped that he would spice it up. And it always shocks me when I watch this type of stuff too, because more than the fact that it's not funny, it bothers me. Like, it's one thing to have a shitty comedy set. That happens. What actually gets my goat is the fact that people genuinely sit and watch this by choice and laugh at it. And I know I'm sounding like a big hater now, and maybe I'm crossing into hater territory, but people actually watch this. They pay their cable bill. They pay somebody a monthly bill to have this televised in their home. Not only do they watch it by choice, they actually pay to watch it. And they sit there and laugh. I cannot wrap. I mean, I haven't had a cable subscription for 5 years. I can't wrap my mind around this right now.
Yeah.
Bro, and I know I'm right, and I'm not trying to be a hater. Like, I hate to sit and watch something and just trash it. But it's just, what Hollywood tries to tell us is funny today, I can't wrap my mind around it because I come from the old school of the modern era. When I say the old school of the modern era, I'm talking like right when they stopped making good movies. Tropic Thunder, 21 Jump Street, The Hangover. I'm from the era when Hollywood was like at peak funny and then stopped being funny. So all this shit that they're trying to feed me now in my generation, we're not buying that. We were from the era when we were teenagers of dope comedy. Like Louis C.K. dropping specials. We come from the era of peak modern day comedy. So this ain't gonna fly.
Yeah. Sinners director Ryan Coogler said he declined to become a voting member of the Academy because he doesn't like judging his fellow artists' work. Yeah, but the rest of you pricks seem to love it.
That was all right.
One battle after another. I love that film. What a great film. Amazing film. Lots of memorable scenes from One Battle After Another. Best Supporting Actor nominee Sean Penn, of course, got an erection at gunpoint. Yeah, and then Paul Thomas Anderson said, hey, let's put that in the film, huh? I was in a movie this year. Yeah, I was in a movie with the lovely Rose Byrne.
Hey, shout out Andrew, man. Thanks for the super chat. Pineapple Express, big W.
Byrne is nominated for Best Actress in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Yeah. It's hard to act in a scene with someone you've always had a massive crush on, but Rose, you did a fantastic job. Admirable restraint. This year, we've added a new category to the Oscars, Best Casting. I have a big casting. Yeah.
Guys, do we have to watch this, please? This is so bad. This is so bad. Like, what the fuck?
Which means tonight, one casting director will win an Oscar, and for the rest of you, we've decided to go in another direction. They're dream killers. They are. A lot of lesser-known categories tonight, of course, will be honoring the best documentary short films, or, best documentary short films, or, as I like to call them,
that's the biggest applause he's got all night. That's more applause than his jokes. Oh.
What the hell's that all about? Best documentary short films, or as I like to call them, Lil Sads. Did you watch it? I did. Did it make you sad? A little bit. Amazon Studios didn't receive any nominations this year. Yeah. Also shut out Walmart, Alibaba, and Chewy. Why isn't the website I order toilet paper from winning more Oscars?
What?
It's the first time since 2012, that there are no British actors nominated for Best Actor or Best Actress. Yeah. British spokesperson said, yeah, well, at least we arrest our pedophiles. So, we got that going for it.
There it was. That was the Epstein joke. What do you guys think? Okay, was that a good joke? What do you guys think?
2012, first time since 2012 that there are no British actors nominated for Best Actor or Best Actress. Yeah. British spokesperson said, yeah, well, at least we arrest our pedophiles. So, we got that going for it.
Look at all the nervous people in the crowd clapping, looking around as if they weren't on the island and shit. Yeah, we arrest our pedophiles. Whew, at least not me. These motherfuckers are sitting in there sweating. They think they're next.
By the way, I have to say, again, Michael B. Jordan, you were incredible. Incredible, playing identical twin brothers, Smoke and Stack and Sinners. Just amazing. I cannot get enough of this man. So it was a special treat.
These motherfuckers are so out of touch, guys. It's crazy. I mean, and even the joke, like, I read the headline that Conan had a joke against Epstein, and I was excited to see it. But really what this seems like to me, first of all, this doesn't seem like Conan wrote it. I mean, I feel like Conan is funnier than this. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. But this seems like it was written by a bunch of people. And it's a prime example, I think, of just how out of touch the Hollywood machine is with what people want to hear, what people relate to, and what's even funny anymore. You know, this really does seem like a grasping of straws, mentioning things that are almost like the elephant in the room to almost skirt attention away from it and make it seem like, you know, we're not involved in this. That's just a weird subcategory of Hollywood that does evil things and was with Epstein. That's not all the people here at the Oscars. No. Steven Spielberg and, you know, all these, Tom Hanks, all these guys, we're innocent. We're the good guys. All those faceless bad people, well, they've all been exposed already. The files are out. What are you worried about? You guys got 3 million files. What else do you need? Let's crack a little jokey joke. We'll crack a joke about our colleagues in the room who are pedophiles, who were involved in Jeffrey Epstein, and we're going to crack this joke to take the attention off of the fact that we're having an award show to celebrate ourselves. You got to remember, this is thrown by the celebrities for the celebrities. They're having it's like having a birthday party for yourself. So in order to distract from the fact that they're having a birthday celebration for themselves, they're throwing an event and bringing gifts for themselves, for each other, in the midst of the largest scandal in American history, and as we're on the brink of a third world war, to try to like massage that element of it and slowly distract us. Well, we're going to throw in some relatable, quote unquote, relatable jokes. It's so see-through. It's so stupid. It's ridiculous. And I don't mean to be overly negative about it, but I am just kind of sick of being fed pig feed and being told to eat it up like it's a steak. How often am I going to be served a bowl of slop? And not only am I served the bowl of slop, I'm expected to treat it like it's a 5-star restaurant. How long are we going to do this for exactly? You know, we've been throwing these award shows and these events for decades now And all of us regular people have to sit here and watch these rich people on TV and pretend that they're somehow important. Last time I checked, Matthew McConaughey hasn't done a goddamn thing for me. You know, when's the last time Michael B. Jordan paid my power bill? When did Steven Spielberg pay my Wi-Fi? I don't give a fuck about these people because these people have nothing to do with anything I have going on. Nothing. They're not helpful. And I'm expected to sit here and watch a celebration that they throw for themselves every single year. To celebrate what? I don't even know anymore. The movies they're making are terrible. You know, maybe back in the era of true cinema, maybe when in one single year you would have films like Goodfellas and Casino. And then, you know, The Departed came a few years later. I mean, this isn't in chronological order. Maybe when cinema was a real thing and there was actual quality films being made. I mean, look, if you make Goodfellas, I can celebrate that. I can maybe endorse a celebration of a film like A Few Good Men. You know, The Shawshank Redemption, okay. You deserve an Oscar. You deserve recognition, but in the big 2026, we're still doing award shows. What are we doing? What is the award for? Your movies suck. Nobody goes to watch them anymore. I don't even know the movies he's talking about. You know, at least a few years ago when there would be movies, I would at least know of them. This dude named 5 movies in the opening I've never even heard of. So I don't know what we're doing here. We're about to be in a nuclear war. Half the people in the room are unconvicted pedophiles, and I'm supposed to sit here clapping like a seal? Get out of my face with this Oscar shit. Please. It's unbelievable. Cosmo says, acting like cinema isn't a real thing anymore is myopic. Please, no, it's not. Dude, have you watched a movie lately? Do me a favor. Put on a movie from the early 90s. Any movie. Even a shitty movie. And then compare it to the movie made today. I would guarantee that the movie with a low score from Rotten Tomatoes from the 90s is better than any movie you're going to watch today. They all suck. And don't tell me about a little small cult movie that was made by a student. Don't tell me about a black and white film with subtitles from Poland. I want to talk about a studio movie. When's the last time you went and watched a studio movie and you actually enjoyed? I haven't seen shit. The last one that I saw that was good was the one with DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor. I think One Battle After the Next, whatever that movie. That was a dope movie. But that's the first good movie I've seen in 5 years. And you can tell me it's not true in the chat. First of all, you can't tell me that my opinion is not true. So that's where you're wrong. I'm telling you my objective perspective. There's no room for you to tell me I'm wrong. What you can tell me is that you like the movie. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. Right? You can like the movie. I'm telling you, I think it's shit. So there's no right or wrong. That's my opinion. You may not agree with it. Doesn't make it wrong. So at the end of the day, this is where I feel like we're at. And I'm not enthused. I'm not enthused by anything that we're seeing here. So, yeah, kind of let down. I mean, I felt like Conan was probably going to deliver something cool. But the best thing I've seen so far from this video is Kylie Jenner's cleavage. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, when Kylie Jenner is the best appearance in the video, that's when you know you're in deep trouble. Somebody says Trump will try now to be the head of the Oscars and host it too. I don't know, dude. I mean, that's a hypothetical. I have no clue. I have no clue what Trump's going to do. I don't give a fuck what Trump's going to do. I got bills to pay. But yeah, let me calm down because I don't want to get in a pissed off mood. But when I watch Slop, I feel insulted. That's why I've maybe I feel insulted. I feel like they think I'm stupid when they put this out. And there's people putting millions of dollars into this, assuming that we're going to buy it and eat it up. That's what bothers me. Music and cinema used to be better. Anybody who is making the argument that music and cinema is at the equal level even that it was to the 70s, 80s, and 90s is on crack. There is zero comparison. Find me a record that has been released that is comparable to Dark Side of the Moon in terms of quality in the past 5 to 10 years. Find me a film that is as good as 2001: A Space Odyssey that was released recently. You're not going to. So yeah, little bit bummed out. I think I get bummed out when I watch Slop. Let's go to another clip. You guys let me know what you think down below in the chat. We have a clip of the Tate brothers weighing in on the Oscars. I'd be curious to hear what they have to say. They've had some pretty banger takes lately, I'm not going to lie. I feel like Tate brothers can be hit or miss. You know, I feel like they either really, really kill it or they're really off base. Let's see if they had it for this one. Oh, he's got the whiteboard out. You know it's real when Andrew Tate has the whiteboard out.
Let me explain to everybody how the world works. Oscars are a reward for being owned. Congratulations, you've been a good slave to the Matrix. You've been a good cog in this system. You don't get an Oscar unless they're happy with you. How and why would they be happy with you? Well, I don't think many people understand that streaming is a relatively new phenomenon. And streamers becoming cultural icons is certainly a very new phenomenon. 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
You can become well-known on the internet streaming on a platform like Rumble because of free speech without a gatekeeper.
True.
But traditionally, normally, if you want to get famous in any sphere, there is gatekeeping. So let me give you some examples. If you want to become a famous streamer, you can't say anything against the Matrix or YouTube will stop you.
Yes.
There's a wall. This is the wall. And at some point, the wall
turns gay.
Turns gay.
It's a rainbow wall.
It's a rainbow. If I had more colors, I'd do a rainbow wall.
We're going to go black and blue.
Morning, Lois.
Nice. So you're a person, right?
Gatekeepers, this chat's saying.
Gatekeepers. Nice.
Gatekeepers.
So you're a person, and you have dreams and ambitions. This is you, person.
I'm going to illustrate this with a graph.
You're a guy, and you want to become an actor, or a singer, or a streamer, or a novelist. Doesn't matter what you want to be. And you think that your talent and your hard work will get you there. And then you realize you need some networking. You need to know the right people. And then you're going to realize that sooner or later you're going to come up to a gatekeeper. And a gatekeeper is either going to be a publicist, a manager, an agent, a production company, a streaming platform. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube. It doesn't matter if it's Warner Brothers. Sooner or later, for you to be well known, you're going to have to do a deal with the people who are in charge. And the deal they basically want for you to do is become gay. You can only get so long.
All right, this is crazy, bro. I literally heard him out, but now we're getting a little silly. Where are we going with this, Andrew?
From nowhere. Everyone is...
Bro's writing a fucking diagram about being gay. These guys. And this is why I find it funny when anybody is offended by the Tate brothers, because you'd have to be so soft to be offended by this. It's just so ridiculous.
Here.
It's so outlandish. Offensive, no. Ridiculous, yes.
You watching at home are here with no success and no fame. Me and Andrew are what the blue line should have been. And the blue line goes up here, and this line here that intersects our graph is the gay line.
These guys are fucked. This is what I meant, guys. What did I say? They're either hit or miss, these two, lately. There's really no in-between with the Tate brothers. So look, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I'm not into it. And look, if people are into slop, if people are cool with the garbage that's being served to them, that's fine. I have zero. Here's my thing. I'm at a point now where I really don't care what other people do anymore. You know, I used to push to try to get people to see things differently, or to agree with me, or to maybe consider a different perspective. I'm at a point in my life where I don't give a fuck. You do what you want to do, watch what you want to watch, ingest what you want to ingest, and good luck to you, because I'm done trying to, I'll try to help people, but I'm not going to try to convince anybody. So if you like it, that's great. Listen, it was all great. All the new movies are great. The Bad Bunny Super Bowl show, it was great. Everything's great. Everything's great. It's fucking... But yeah, I don't know if there's any other good moments from the Oscars to look at. I saw one of Tiana Taylor going off on the red carpet. What was this? Tiana Taylor blew up and got in a massive fight at the Oscars. A massive fight. What is this about?
You're a man putting your hands on a female.
Go backstage. Put him a little bit.
Because he's putting his hands on a female. What are you doing? He literally shoved me. He wasn't even in her. He was damn near shoving her. He just said us in the same. Shove us for what? Everybody's for what happened. Everybody's having a good time. But you can shove me. That's a different story. You can say no and break.
Yeah, let's watch like 2 seconds of Ricky Gervais. I feel like we need a palate cleanse after that. We need a palate cleanse. Was this the one, the Golden Globes? Yeah, this is the one. Let's watch a couple seconds of how it's really supposed to be done. Because Ricky Gervais, I feel like he actually wrote his own shit. When I look at Ricky's acts, and again, I'm not a comedy scholar here, but I get the vibe that based on his solo material that he presents in his specials and stuff, this is very much in line with that. So I feel like Ricky probably wrote his own stuff.
Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais, thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking, I never did.
Bro's just like me. I feel like me and Ricky Gervais would have a legendary interview. Like break the internet interview.
NBC clearly don't care either, 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood Foreign Press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is. So I got offered this gig by fax. So let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all gonna die soon, and there's no sequel. So, yeah, remember that. But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no, shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for, okay? That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. So, lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, but... Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked. But tonight isn't just about the people in front of camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
See, that is comedy. That is a good joke right there, bro. Set up, takes us along with it, punchline. It feels genuine.
Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, 5th time. So, we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. It just, no. It was mostly white people. And I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer. And it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler.
See, he was dope.
Alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh!
Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Yes! Yes!
You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? Right, but seriously, most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels.
Now, that's how you do an Epstein joke. That's how you do an Epstein joke. Shout out Ricky Gervais, man, for real. So let me know what you guys think. I think, yeah, the Oscars fucking suck. It's slop for the mainstream cattle of the world who want to fucking eat it up. And it's bound to put me in a badass mood. I feel like a badass fucking kid right now who wants to, like, go out and cause trouble because that shit puts a frown on my face. Let me turn this frown upside down, chat, because I get pissed. I get pissed when they think I'm stupid. I get pissed when they treat us like we're going to actually laugh at this shit. So let me know what you guys think down below in the chat. All this client stuff, man. I got to close these tabs. Holy shit. We had a very productive day today. I've been up working. It's already been like a 12-hour work day. Started at 7 in the morning with an interview with Heidi from the Butcher Babies, which was cool. Beautiful, talented. Not sure if you guys know her, but there we are. So that's going to be dropping soon. Look at me, by the way. I told her, I said, bro, look at my face. I told her, I said, Heidi, you got to forgive me because it's 7 in the morning. I said, my face doesn't really start moving until around 9. You know, like my face, dude, this is why it's so tough. It's so tough to, like, do shit with no hair and makeup. I gotta look how fat my face looks. This is today, by the way. Like, I look better now even. But these are the trials and tribulations, guys, of doing this shit yourself. Because imagine all the people who work on these other shows. These other shows have producers. They have editors. They have writers. They have clippers. They have people who are there just to run the social media. They have makeup. They have lighting. Everything that I bring you guys is a camera and a microphone and me. That's it. No team, no budget, no hair and makeup, nothing. Fucking nothing. And I'm so proud of that. I'm proud of that. So shout out to everybody here. Like, you know, some days I feel inadequate with my streams or inadequate with my content and the velocity in which I'm able to produce it. But then I remind myself, I don't make sloppy content. I put my time and effort into doing it. And if I feel like I'm doing slop, I pivot to another story. I take time to research these interviews and do all this stuff. And also, I'm working against people who have 100 employees. You know, that's the number one worst thing about today's era. And it's crazy because I went back and I watched, this is how you know maybe I'm a little unhinged. I went back and I watched one of Kanye's speeches when he was talking and when he canceled his show and they said he went crazy. I put it in air quotes. Kanye, he went crazy. He went crazy. When I go back and watch that speech now, not a single thing about it sounds crazy, because he's talking about the fact that people in our world today lose because they feel inadequate off of basing their success on someone else's success, which is actually hyperinflated and fake. And I was thinking about the parallels between what I do in the music business. All of these dudes in my space have 100 employees clipping their shit to make them famous. They have budgets of 6 or 7 figures to run their streams and run their operations. They're oftentimes funded by government and big business, independent billionaires, governments, or both. And the shit I'm doing, or anybody at my level is doing, we're equal to them because we're doing the equivalent to that, but without their means. You know, if a dude at my level is getting 50,000 views in a live stream, that's the equivalent of another big guy getting 1 million, because they have the money and the steam behind them to get them that 1 million. And it's just crazy that all the real streamers who are actually doing it, grassroots like me, who are building an organic following, who are not paying for view bots, who do not have an army of clippers flooding their likeness on social media to make them famous, we will feel like we're not doing enough because we're playing in a game that's rigged. 2026, I need to keep that at the forefront of my mind, and I want you to do it too if you do anything creative. If you make music, if you do YouTube, if you do live streams, you have to remember that the game we're playing in is rigged. It's 100% rigged. It's pay to play. It's whoever has the most money wins. And if you're doing anything without that kind of push behind you, I want you to give yourself extra credit. If you get 50,000 views at that level, treat it like 1 million views. Because half these motherfuckers who look like they got 1 million views, they don't even have the 50K in all reality. They don't even have 50K. But I'm supposed to feel inferior looking at their 1 million, which is not even fucking real, dude. This is the world we're in. I listened to that Ye speech. He doesn't even sound crazy. Where's the speech? Let's play the first 30 seconds of the speech. And by the way, I love how the dude who's in the business, who's telling us how it operates, is the crazy one. We should probably be listening to these dudes when they first say it. If anybody knows how the music business works, it's probably Ye. That's why I'm like, why is he called crazy again? So we'll take the first 30 seconds of this. This hits me heavy. Hold up, it's on mute.
Lose again. A lot of people here tonight felt like they lost. You know why? Because y'all been lied to. Google lied to you. Facebook lied to you. Radio lied to you. Radio, fuck you.
Radio, fuck you.
I know it's a lot of real niggas working at radio. Real people. Real program directors with wives and kids that love music, that can't play what they want to play because they've been paid to play that bullshit over and over and over. And when I say that bullshit,
it's facts.
What I'm saying is, we love Drake. Drake is great. He's a great artist. But Frank Ocean is great too.
Talk to him, Ye. Talk to him.
But you know who the greatest of all of us? Who do y'all think? Nope. Kid motherfucking Cudi.
everything he said is factual. Every single word in that opening statement is facts. And I've come to learn it the deeper I've got into this business. So I really have been thinking about this a lot lately. If there's one purpose that I can serve on this earth, I hope that it can be to show the real creators of this world, the real singer-songwriters, the real producers, the real musicians, the real comedians and streamers and podcasters who are actually doing this organic, that you guys are more important than these fakes. I know that it is incredibly challenging. It's actually hard on your nervous system, the stress that it creates. I've been looking into it. It actually is hard on the nervous system to deal with this. It's the same as, why do they tell us that having these flawless women on advertisements was harmful to young girls in middle school or in high school? This is bad for us to be looking at something fake and comparing ourselves to it. So I think that, if I can have a purpose, it would be hopefully to raise awareness about that and to try to, I don't know. It hurts my soul that a guy who is more talented than a big rapper, or most of the big rappers, will have no money, and he'll have more talent than those guys, and he'll drop a song and it's going to get 8 plays on SoundCloud when he deserves 8 million, and he has the talent, and he has the dedication, and he's put in the work. It hurts me that that guy will feel inadequate because he watches companies blow up other people's careers who are less talented than him. And I don't give a fuck about views right now. Who likes it, who doesn't. This is not even for the viewers. This is for the creators, this segment. I want you to know that you are worth more than that. You are worth something. And it's been fucking my head up. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I watch these streamers. They have all this money to do all the dope shit that I want to do. But I don't. Here's the thing. I am not for sale. It's the only difference. If I was for sale, picture where I would be right now. Just picture it for a moment. Picture it for a moment. With the connections I've made, picture where I would be at this moment if my soul, had ever been for sale. You think the rooms I've been in, the connections I've made, the people I have in my cell phone, you don't think if I was for sale at any given moment, I would be in those rooms? Think about it for a second. This is what I need people to understand. So I'm not going to go all night on this, but I guarantee you, if you do not have your soul for sale, you are a genuine creator, and you are doing things organically, you are worth more than that person's Instagram bots. You are worth more than that person's fake streams. You're worth more than their army of clippers. And you are at the same level. So that's all I have to say. It's been fucking with me lately. Can I find a buyer? I don't want to find a buyer. That's the whole point of what I just said, brother. I don't want to find a buyer. Presidential in the chat says it's been that way since the 50s. The best performers rarely get the job or the credit. That's it, brother. So look, that's why I like being around the real ones. I like being around small creators, small comedians, small streamers. I like them better. We're playing by the same rules. So let's hop over to something else. Make sure to smash that like and sub, guys, if you want to support a real creator, a non-Peter Thiel funded creator, a non-George Soros foreign government, foreign agent funded creator, show some love in this stream. This is what we can do to push back. Let's go to the next story. So this video just dropped. This is Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Excuse me. Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers playing Keith Moon. We're going way back with The Who. Are you guys Who fans in the chat? I feel like The Who's a good band, but I never really got into them like that. I think they were a bit... My era of rock, classic rock, was the guys who were influenced by The Who. So I was a Kiss guy. I was like Boston. I was like the bands who came after that. So The Who may be a little bit out of my like Rolodex of music, but still a band that I appreciate. So let's see if he could do The Who justice in this clip. What are we seeing in the chat? You think it's a mix? Sometimes big artists actually deserve the success. Sometimes the little guy gets overshadowed, but success can be genuine sometimes too. Boda, that's a great point, and I don't want to misrepresent what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that every person who's successful doesn't deserve it. I think they all deserve it. I mean, I don't think that... I don't think it takes away from the person. Like, let's say somebody is planted by the industry. I don't think them being planted or having these assets takes away from what they're doing. My only problem is that there's people who are doing just as good, who are playing in a rigged game, who feel like they're not doing enough. It's not a problem of those people. If somebody wants to fund a person and make them the next big thing, that's how it's always worked, and that's fine. That doesn't take away from that individual. I just wish it wouldn't be represented as something genuine, because it fucks with people's heads who are doing it genuine. That is the perspective that I have. All right, so let's watch a little bit of Chad Smith. Let's see what he's got.
Hey, it's Chad. We're here at Drumeo. We're going to play Won't Get Fooled Again, a classic Who song with the late, great Keith Moon on drums.
Just going straight for the biggest hit. Shout out Boda. I'm smiling already, man. I'm back in a good mood now. Let's go. Hey, pick up my guitar and play just like yesterday. He makes it look so easy. That's the one thing about Chad Smith when he plays. And by the way, not to interrupt the video, but I saw somebody make this point recently, and it really resonated with me, that the Red Hot Chili Peppers are... I'm not going to say they're underrated as a band, because they're one of the biggest bands on the planet. But when it comes to the conversation about musicianship in particular, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are kind of underrated. Like... yes, they're considered a great band with great songs, but I don't think there's enough discussion as to how good the Red Hot Chili Peppers actually are at playing their instruments. There's like very few bands who actually are in the pocket together to the level of the Chili Peppers. Now, it's not because they're the best musicians on the planet, but they're the best at their type of music. Like, for the type of vibe they're trying to put out and the funky jams that they make, nobody could play it better than those guys when they're all together. And I feel like that's something that is almost overlooked. Like, I feel like we look at them as a band with hits, but we don't look at the individual pieces of that machine. These guys are fucking badass. Presidential, I completely agree. My favorite part. You saw the Who Lucky, man. That's the boss right there. I love the fact that he still smiles while he plays too. Like he's smiling. This is a guy who really enjoys playing his instrument. And yeah, I went through a whole Red Hot Chili Peppers phase a couple of years ago. So here's what happened with the Chili Peppers. They actually were coming to my town. So I decided to get tickets to their show. And when I got the tickets, I had known a couple of songs by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I didn't really know their music. I'm not going to sit here and claim I knew their music. I hadn't even heard their full records yet. So I went down the rabbit hole, Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic, Californication, all the records. And I went down the rabbit hole to try to make sense of it. And I just got into a huge phase of their music before the show came. So the show comes around and I applied for a photo pass. That's the picture I'm trying to find for you guys right now. I applied for a photo pass for my blog at the time. It was, doing YouTube. I did a blog as well. They would give me photo passes. So I did a lot of concert photography. I also was interviewing the opening act for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I happened to be invited backstage to interview the opening act. So I'm backstage. I have a pass for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which I can't seem to find the pictures at the moment. People are going to be like, he's full of shit. He never took their picture. I took their picture. I just can't find the exact photo album at this time. Nonetheless, here's what happened with the Chili Peppers. Fuck, I was determined to find it. So I got my photo pass, and I was told by the people at the Chili Peppers show, they said, you can go in the photo pit in the front to take pictures of the opening act only. But whatever you do, do not go in the photo pit during Red Hot, because that's a different set of photographers who are approved. Now, me at the time, I was 18, 19 years old, Cassius. I didn't do too well at following the rules. See, I was respectful when you invited me into a place. But if you were to tell me at 18, 19 not to take a leap creatively to go and try to get an opportunity when it's right in front of me, well, that was never going to happen. There was no scenario where I wasn't going to go for that. So in my infinite 19-year-old wisdom, I decided to go and shoot the Chili Peppers anyway when they told me only be in this area for the opening act. So Chili Peppers come on, they do their first song, they open with Can't Stop. Surreal. I'm literally standing at the feet of Flea. Pause. Sounds kind of weird. But I'm standing like at foot level. Their sneakers are like here. And I'm looking up at the Red Hot Chili Peppers playing. They're going crazy. They go from Can't Stop into Danny California. We're cooking. I'm fucking singing along. I'm taking pictures. I'm like, I can't believe this. I'm photographing the Red Hot Chili Peppers right in front of me. This is like a movie. Next thing you know, I'm in the middle of taking a picture during Danny California. And what happens? I get shoved hard from my right side. So I'm taking pictures. I have my camera up like this. I'm pressing down on the lens or the photo button, whatever. I get shoved from my right side. So obviously I get knocked. I look. There's some meth head roadie for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he's got an all-access pass on, and he's mad. He is angry. Now, you guys remember those cartoons where you would see a guy who was red, and he would have steam coming out of his ears? He was so angry. That's exactly what this roadie looked like when he saw me in this area, because I do believe somebody might have tipped him off. I don't know how he became alerted to me. I will also add that all the other photographers who were not supposed to be in that area were in that area at the time. I thought I was going to get away with it like they did. But I believe somebody tipped him off to this 19-year-old douchebag who looked like he was going to cause trouble. So I get singled out when I'm watching the other photographers do their thing. Now, he shoves me. I turn to my right. I see him red with anger. And before I can say anything else, he shoves me again. Full frontal shove. Then I get angry. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I start actually getting in this guy's face. He shoves me again. And after the third shove, he looks down and he sees my photo pass that was stuck onto me. I'll never forget this. This dude looked at my pass. He grabbed my shirt and ripped it off like this. He literally was going to rip my shirt off, and he ripped the pass off, the Red Hot Chili Peppers photo pass. And he took the pass and he held it up to my face. I'll never forget it. Held it right up to my face and ripped it up. Threw it in my face. Ripped it to shreds. And he's screaming and cursing. Now, we're front row at a rock concert. All I hear is California, rest in peace. I can't hear what he's saying because I have earplugs in and we're at the front of the monitors. But he's screaming and he's spitting. Like he's yelling so passionately, he's spitting on me. So I started shoving him back at this point. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, I'm not a huge guy. I was probably actually bigger back then. I'm pretty skinny now. Like, I'm a skinny guy. I look especially skinny tonight. I have been trying to lose weight. But then security gets involved. So that's my Red Hot Chili Peppers story. I deserved it. I mean, I don't know what the fuck. But again, like, following rules has never really been my specialty. I came from the school of rock and roll. I came from the school of heavy metal. I came from the school of Ozzy Osbourne and AC/DC. So I never came from the school of following rules. I came from the school of hard rock. Sounds kind of like, I don't mean to sound cheesy, it's just facts. I grew up like the AC/DC Problem Child. That song was about me. I was the problem child. I was the fuck up. And I loved every second of it because that was my rock and roll. And it sounds stupid, but I was fucking 18. I was stupid. Seeing in the chat, I saw them on their last tour in Cleveland. People say the Who. You saw the Who on their last tour. That's dope. Useless Trivia. He says Flea's first record deal money came from doing the bass line and being in the video for Bust a Move back in the early 90s. Is that true? That's actually some interesting trivia. I can't complain about that. But yeah, guys, those days were crazy. I used to get picked on for being a metalhead. I used to get singled out in school. I remember being kicked out of school for wearing Iron Maiden t-shirts. I was made to, I'll never forget it, they made me turn my Killers t-shirt inside out, my Iron Maiden shirt, because they had Killers written in blood on the back. I went through hell being a metalhead. It's not easy to be a metalhead kid in the modern age. Yours is Bad Boy Boogie. The Bad Boy Boogie. You saw Ozzy in 81 with Randy Rhoads. Daniel, I'm jealous, man. Daniel, that's crazy. I got to see Ozzy twice with Black Sabbath. Actually, 3 times. I was very fortunate to see Ozzy 3 times with Sabbath. But I never did get to see Ozzy solo. I always would have liked to have seen those songs live, and I'm not complaining. I mean, I think to see him even once is obviously a huge blessing. But I would have loved to have seen, you know, I don't know, Crazy Train. Those songs live would have been crazy. Best concert you ever saw was Dio and Megadeth. Woo, dude. That's insane. See, you guys had it good back then, my friends. You guys who were around in the 80s and 90s for the rock and metal scene, you guys say things that I can't even fathom. Like, people will tell me that they met Jimi Hendrix. I met a guy when I did a rock and roll camp. I did like a rock. My friends used to tease me and say, "You're in Camp Rock. You're going to Camp Rock." They'd make fun of me like I was Demi Lovato. But I went to this rock and roll thing where we would make bands. Each kid was assigned a band, a rock band, and then we would do a couple months of rehearsals, and then we did a live gig at the end. And the guy who ran the program was an old school musician. He'd been doing it since like the late 60s. This dude was an old school, badass bass player, and he knew his stuff, this guy. And I'll never forget, he told a story about how he walked into a cafe, or a bar rather. He walked into a bar, sat down on the bar stool, and saw a big puffy head of hair over his shoulder. And he turned over to his side, and who was sitting there? Jimi fucking Hendrix. You guys got to understand, for my generation, the concept of seeing somebody like a John Lennon, a Jimi Hendrix, a Kurt Cobain, it's just unfathomable to us. Like, Jimi Hendrix, for my generation, might as well be Superman or Spider-Man. Like, he's an entity to me that has never been real, and it feels like he never was real because he never existed in my timeline. Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, John Lennon, these people to me don't feel like they were ever even real. And when I get to go back and trace the steps, it's such a privilege for me. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. Really, it is. It's, you know, when I went to New York, I think my favorite day was the day that I did my pilgrimage back through the rock and metal history. I had one really special day in New York, and it was my first day in New York. Actually, sorry, my first time in New York. I went to the Loft, where Kiss started their career, where they actually did the auditions with Ace Frehley and Gina Paul formed the band. I went to that Loft. And I walked up and down the streets where Gene and Paul started that band. And when those 2 immigrant kids, well, Gene was an immigrant, with nothing to their names, and nobody even liked them. Nobody liked them back in the day. Nobody liked Gene and Paul. They weren't popular. They were lame. They were weirdos. They were outcasts. And they walked up and down those streets. with a plan and a vision to build $1 billion entity by the name of Kiss. I went on a beautiful day in New York City. I went and walked to that loft, and I walked up and down those streets. And I thought about the impact that those guys made on me and made on the world, and the fact that they walked up and down those streets with nothing. They walked up and down those streets in the same position I was in that day. I have nothing. And I won't lie to you guys, I cried like a baby for about 3 minutes. It just was too much for me. Because I can think about Kiss on a good day and cry. Because it just means so much. Listen, if I was ever in a movie acting and I needed to cry, I would just think about Kiss and what they meant to me as a kid. I mean, I just waterworks instantly. But I went there and I walked up and down those streets with nothing and thought about how they had nothing. And I thought about it for a while. And I looked around and I sat down and I took it all in. And then I went on the subway, and I took the subway to Central Park West, and I walked over to the Dakota. And I did a video, but after I did the report, I just stood there for a while. And I really couldn't fathom the fact that, like, this is where John Lennon was. I can't wrap my mind around the fact that this was a real human being. And I thought about the pictures of all those people. You guys remember those pictures? Dakota, the day Lennon died. I thought about those pictures of all those people at the Dakota when he died. I just couldn't believe it. You know, it really just does something to you, man. And I told you guys why it means so much to me, because like I said on yesterday's stream or the day before, a recent stream, nothing about the world we live in today makes any sense to me. The only thing that really makes sense to me is music. I don't, like, when I'm watching the Oscars clip earlier, I don't get it. When I'm watching, like, new pop culture, I don't get it, really. I don't really get what's happening anymore because I don't relate to it. But when I put on a Beatles record, or I put on a Kiss record, or I put on a Black Sabbath record, that makes sense to me. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to quantify it. But when I put that music on, that makes sense to me. It's like somebody's finally speaking my language. So that's what I would say. That's why it means so much. Wicked Lester in the chat. Yo, my man's going deep. She walks by moonlight. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, my brother. We're going to go to another story here. Presidential says there's a video of Lemmy from Motorhead answering fan mail for 5 minutes, and one was a kid writing him with an essential copy of your story. Of a story about him and his peers. Lemmy said, fuck him. I think I did see that video, actually. Rick Beato says the same. Rick is dope, dude. Fuck the gatekeepers, by the way, who are trying to keep me and Rick Beato separated. You know who you are, and it's fuck you. I have reached out to a couple people who we're mutual friends with Rick. Maybe he just doesn't like me. I don't know. Maybe he told them not to put me in touch. But I've reached out to a couple guys, like, can you guys pass my message to Rick and, like, maybe put us together? They don't want to connect me with Rick. I don't understand that. Gatekeepers. And then every time that happens to me, I'll meet the actual guy, and he's like, I'm happy to talk. Like, I was literally gatekept from Gene Simmons to interview him for 10 years. And when it finally got in front of Gene, he was like, I'd be happy to do it. These people, they keep it from the actual guy so that he can't make the choice. If Gene told me to go fuck myself, that I can accept. But when the publicist is telling me they won't even ask Gene, it's fuck you. Let the man himself say no. If he wants to say no, let him say no. What's the next story? We have this video I wanted to look at. So this was a troll video. And I'm going to make sure I get the guy's name because he's really funny.
Do it!
This guy, Professional Douche, on YouTube. He's one of my favorite YouTube channels because he's so funny. He goes to all these different political events. And as far as I know, he's not actually politically motivated. He's just a troll. But he, like, if it's a Democrat rally, he'll show up as a Republican. If it's a Republican rally, he'll show up playing a Democrat. And he basically just trolls whoever is in attendance at whatever event. This is so funny. So this one, he showed up to some sort of event. And he trolled people by saying, free Jeffrey Epstein. And we just have to, this is just so fucking funny. It's so funny.
We are on our way to a Trump rally on President's Day in West Palm Beach, Florida, across the street from Trump's golf course. Trump says that the Epstein stuff is a hoax.
This is a Democrat hoax.
Then Epstein
The greatest hoax.
must have done nothing wrong. We must free Epstein immediately. Justice demands it. The whole Epstein stuff is a hoax. Free Epstein now! Justice demands it.
Epstein is a bad guy.
Why? Trump said it's a hoax, so it's okay.
We're not messing with anybody here. We're not messing with you, man.
Epstein did nothing wrong.
Why don't you go down the way?
Because I'm with you.
Oh. This is Trump's birthday. Nobody wants to hear your...
We're together.
If you want to stay here, just
Okay.
don't put the sign up.
No,
It's President's Day.
I know it is.
right. So that's the thing.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Not anything else.
I get it, okay.
Don't get it twisted here.
All right.
Don't put the sign up.
Free Epstein! We love Trump and Epstein. Yes, we do. We love Trump and Epstein. I don't think you understand. I'm with you. Epstein.
Yell in my ear all the time about your Epstein bullshit. I'm tired of it.
You came over to me.
You fat slob. Worthless mother. You hit that motherfucker. I hit you again with that. You do it.
Bro, if only they would be as mad at the people who were actually in the Epstein files as they are at this guy. Then maybe we would have some accountability. You know, I'm seeing a whole lot of anger to this dude. Where is this same energy for the people in the files? Nobody's yelling at them.
Do to you.
Okay.
Stop it. I'll hit you right in the motherfucking ear. You blow that motherfucker one more time, I'm gonna blast you in the ear. You won't hear for a week. Do it one more time, motherfucker. Do it. See the happens. You won't hear for a fucking week.
This is what law and order looks like.
Sorry about that.
No,
You
worries.
hold up your sign, whatever you want to say, man. I think people don't understand what you mean. That's all we're saying.
Trump said the Epstein thing is all a hoax.
Sure.
So therefore, he did nothing wrong, and a grave miscarriage of justice has been done upon him,
Okay.
and we should free him.
Let me elaborate of what I think, how I interpreted it. When Trump says it's a hoax, because, okay, when President Biden was in office, right, they didn't go after the Epstein files, they didn't go after Trump, they didn't expose him. If he was such a part of the Epstein files, right, they would have used that against him.
And they
Instead,
had everything.
there may be some sort of cover-up, and I'm not denying that, because he's even said on quoted saying, a lot of powerful people, a lot of my friends will get in trouble.
Right.
So maybe he is part of the cover-up, but he's not part of the
Epstein
crime,
files.
the actual crimes
Yeah.
of pedophilia. They're
Well,
knowing he was a convicted
I'm here to
pedophile.
free Epstein because Donald Trump says it was a hoax.
What you're doing is we're trying to have a President's Day rally.
It's okay.
And you're throwing
This is
But
important
do your
stuff.
thing, just don't-
Donald Trump says that the Epstein thing was a hoax. So therefore, Epstein did nothing wrong, and we need to free him.
He's dead.
We need to free him. Free Epstein now.
You're kind of a jerk, sir.
Why? I'm just here to free Epstein with you guys.
You gotta go to the other side.
Bro, it's such an obvious troll. And, you know, I feel like people who are boomers in today's society, and even we need to educate them about trolling. Like, if you guys want to be involved in relevant current discussion or political discussion or anything current, I feel like you're going to need to familiarize yourself with what trolling is, because a lot of sincere people out there, but a lot of insincere people out there too. A lot of people who just want to pull on people's chains nowadays. You got to familiarize yourself with trolling, because when somebody's saying something so ridiculous that it can't be true, chances are it's just not true. Like, it's so obvious that he's trolling. And Michael says, you teach them. I'm trying to teach them. Like, and I literally know a guy. It's funny. I know a guy who actually, we used to be friends. I don't know if we're friends now. He's a YouTuber. He made a video about this guy as if he was serious, like reacting to it and getting angry about this guy. He made a whole video about it. And this guy used the video to actually make fun of him. But I'm like, dude, you don't know what trolling is at the age of 53. You don't know what trolling is. And you want to be an internet personality. You gotta brush up, my guy.
President Day. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys.
Stop that shit.
Guys, let's storm the jail like we did the Capitol on January 6th. Tony! Tony! Tony, we have a whole 5 people. I told that officer over here, if he needs his boots cleaned, ask for Tony the Tiger.
That's funny.
Would you consider yourself a sub or a dom?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're definitely a sub then.
I got some nice pictures of you in West Roxbury.
If the flag touches the ground, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh, shit.
Get out of here, you fucking piece of shit.
I thought we were friends. What happened? Let's hear it for Law and Order. I call him Tony the Tiger. Tony Bennett, I are here to free Epstein.
What are you doing? You're acting like a Democrat.
You're like a Democrat.
Free speech, chest bumping him, knocking his hat off. That's what the Democrats do to us. What are you doing?
Tony and I are getting our exercise today. How does it feel to destroy someone's sign?
Oh, it felt great.
So only you get free speech?
No, you get free speech. It's just your sign was rolling around on the ground. So.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was impeding traffic. Of course.
Thank you.
Can I take a picture too?
He's such a nuisance. Like, dude, I would hate this guy if he was around me. This is a prime example of, like, somebody you can only be a fan of if they're nowhere near you. If this dude was anywhere near me, I would be so fucking annoyed. But from a distance, it's funny.
That's rude. I didn't do anything. Would you like to talk about freeing Epstein? Why not? It's a grave character fish.
Okay, sir, what I'm trying to do is...
What is he trying to do, this guy? I feel like we need to figure out what he's trying to do, and it may involve a hard drive check as well.
I'll make an announcement. Free Epstein merch over here at the table. When there's a free Epstein raffle.
Listen, you're really interrupting our party here, so have a nice day somewhere else.
Get out of here. You don't belong in this group.
Whether he's golfing or not golfing, we know that he knows that...
The man is alive. I'm with you guys.
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
only the president can protect pedophiles, not you, sir. It's only okay when the president protects pedos.
Pretending to be with us, but you're
I am.
not.
I have the Trump hat, the Trump shirt, everything.
No, anyone can
I'm
buy
with
that.
you guys. If an anti-Trump supporter bought this hat, they would burn. They would incinerate. They would melt.
Don't you dare interrupt when somebody's speaking up there. That's disrespectful. Wait, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. If somebody's up there speaking, don't you dare get on that microphone. Let them have their speech.
All right.
And then, and only then, you talk. You understand me?
All right. Is this the Trump circle jerk? Oh, the Proud Boys. That's awesome.
I want to return this to you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. This is what's left of my sign after the Law and Order group got a hold of it.
Right there up your side. You get to hold a quarter of it.
can you sign?
Law and Order is what happened to it.
Oh, what a shame.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next winning raffle number will be 6520 32.
That's 620.
54.
You want to see a real megaphone?
Catch you next time, brother. Thanks for stopping in.
Love Epstein. Drop your daddy. We love Epstein. Free Epstein.
W man right here. And by the way, I respect the fact that he's there with no cameraman. I recently have had to adapt to not having a cameraman. So I fired my cameraman. First of all, because he was a terrible cameraman. I mean, look, you guys go look at my videos from this past year here in Thailand. This fucking guy does not know how to use a camera. He's a horrible camera guy. He's a really poor employee. And I only really kept him around because we were personal friends. But I decided I didn't really like the guy anymore. So we parted ways. And I'm now adapting to being the guy without a camera guy. But I feel like there's something so authentic about just showing up somewhere by yourself and doing like a two-man job, just you. There's something so special about that. So shout out to this dude. Nobody's helping this guy. All right, guys, it's that time. I think it's time to hop on Monkey. for a little bit. What you guys think? Let's turn the VPN on. So for anybody who missed it yesterday, we hopped on the Monkey app, which is a platform that's like chat roulette or like Omegle, where you can go on and talk to individual random people. So we're going to go on now and see who we can interview. Oh, this chair is bad. Jesus Christ. Tell me you're in a shitty hotel without telling me you're in a shitty fucking hotel. Okay, so let's turn on our VPN to USA. USA. Or where should we do? Should we do like a strange, faraway country? What would we do like? Let's do Israel. Not that they're strange necessarily, but they're a faraway country. So if we do Israel, we're gonna get Israelis. Interesting. Let's do that. I want to talk to some Israelis. Israel or Palestine? Opening question. Wait, no. I don't think they're going to like that one. Okay, so there's my camera. Make sure my posture looks like shit. Okay. Let's do this. What can we do? Let's get some interviews, guys. I feel like we need some dope interviews tonight. So we're going to be spawned in Israel. So I don't know how active the app is over there. I mean, we're going to find out. Let's just find out. Fuck it. So I'm going to have to turn off the screen until we find people because there's often flashers and crazy shit on here. So we're not going to show that.
What are you making?
Say again?
What's going on, bro?
What's happening, brother? How you feeling?
Yeah, good. Oh, yeah, I just hit a fucking massive parlay.
Did you? How much you get?
Yeah. I just did 2.5k.
Yo, let's go, bro. What do you bet on?
I bet on the Gypsy fight.
Oh, okay. Are you working for them or something?
Working for what?
Working for the app? Is this a promo or is it a legit thing?
Nah. Like, I bet. What are you streamer, bro?
Yes, sir.
What are you live on?
I'm live on YouTube.
What's your YouTube?
Cassius Morris Official.
Cassius Morris Official.
So we're live.
Could you spell that out? I don't know how to fucking spell that.
It's Cassius. Somebody calls you a gambling degenerate. Don't call him that. Why would you guys say that?
How am I gambling degenerate, bro?
How is he? Yeah, I don't think you're a degenerate. You seem like a nice guy.
Morris?
Morris, yeah.
Oh, fuck, he got a lot of followers going.
Yeah, I got it all. I mean, stream's a little bit chill tonight, but we stay consistent, bro.
Oh, yeah. Wait, who's this faggot who called me a degenerate?
Yes, he's right there. Ayatollah in the
Wait.
chat.
Ayatollah. Alright, buddy. You're probably a faggot and a Muslim, whoever spoke that, or you're Jewish.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on a second. We don't stand for that. No racism. No racism. Please. No racism. We'll show it when somebody connects. What's happening, brother? My boy's chooching on that vape. God damn.
Not much.
That a nicotine or that a THC?
Nicotine.
Okay, your eyes are a little red though. I felt like it was THC. Well, that was before.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dog. I
that
was
was
trying
from
to
this morning, bro. The shit I took this morning was crazy, bro. I don't know where my friend got it.
What'd you take?
I don't think it's weed. He said it's called like saliva or something.
Salvia.
Yeah. But that
Dude.
shit got me fucked, bro.
Yeah, that's not weed, bro. Holy shit, that's heavy duty.
Bro, you don't understand. I went to school with it.
What?
And my teachers were all naked, bro. It was so good. I just went and looked for the hottest teachers all day.
Now, what possessed you to do this before going to school?
Makes school quicker. Makes it feel so much quicker.
That's true. Or slower. I guess it depends on the trip you have.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck, dude. So Australia, is it pretty liberal there to smoke weed, or is it very strict?
Very strict. It's so hard to get it. You have to get like some Asian guy to import it for you.
Yeah, I've heard they drug test you too, like behind the wheel of a car and stuff.
They do.
Dude, that's insane. See, yeah, Australia is like Canada, but we made weed legal, so that's the one place that we're not too strict.
You know, it's legal to drink and drive here, but it's illegal to have drugs.
Bro, you guys need a revamp in government. That just makes no sense.
Yeah.
That's insane, brother. Well, listen.
And you're allowed to vape by the age of 13 here.
Really? By the age of... That seems a little low.
I know.
Damn, well, Australia's tripping
I've been
me
doing
out.
it since I was 16, though.
What would it take to make you quit vaping right now?
Nothing.
Nothing? Dog, I got my Cash App loaded up. You tell me. You know Mr. Beast. You know, I may be next in line. So you tell how much do you need right now?
$10.
$10? I don't got that kind of money, dog. Who are you kidding me? I don't got $10. What do I look? Elon Musk? Fuck out of here. $10. Let me tell you something. $10. Let me tell you what. Bro, that's cap, dog. Stop the cap. Literally, stop the cap. Oh, shit. No. He's starting the cap. No. I like your style, bro.
Fuck it. I'll just do all of them.
Start the cap.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There we go.
Well played, sir. I would tip my hat to you if I had one. Well played, sir. Yo! Yo, bro, you know any Kiss? Kiss. It's false advertising. You told me to pick a song, brother. That's false advertising. Come on, bruv.
Yo, I told him I want to be a comedian, right? And him and all my friends laughed in my face. Got up on that stage though. No one's laughing now.
Well, isn't that the goal though, for them to laugh in your face?
No.
But I thought you wanted to be a comedian.
And then when I got on the stage, I told them I made the funniest joke. You want to hear it?
Yeah, what was the joke?
What do you get when you cross or like wait, hang on. And then because I don't know, like, but Marcus Aurelius even once said, like, to live is to basically do that.
You make about as much sense as today's politicians.
I don't know.
You should be the president, sir.
Where in the galaxy are the Pawn Stars located?
No, that motherfucker was in deep. I don't want to go in the deep waters with that dude. That dude's on a whole other spectrum. It might be that dude was jacking off. See, it's a good thing I have the camera off when I'm scrolling through. My boy in Brazil was just going for broke, son. I don't want to be seeing that shit. Hello. Where's all the cool people? Let's get out of the Israel VPN. I think we need to go back to America on the VPN. Excuse me. Let me see. Brazil. There's no Israelis. I'm on the Israel one, but there's no Israelis. What's happening, brother? Super weird. This is a weird one. I'm going to change my VPN. One more person gets a chance. One more person gets a chance, and we change the VPN, chat. Oi. You're very focused on your makeup. Do you not speak? Bro, these people are creeping me out. These people are so creepy. Why are all these people on this algorithm creepy as fuck? You gotta brush your teeth, brother man.
Brother man.
Yes, brother man. My man looks like Riff Raff. He's Riff Raff the rapper.
Spit some bars, bro.
Spit some bars. That's your job. You're Riff Raff.
Alright, you go first, then I'll do it.
Why? What makes you think I rap?
What the fuck's the microphone board in?
Oh yeah, true. It. What the fuck's the microphone for? Yeah, because I'm here doing a live a cappella rap show on monkey.com. That's what I'm doing here. Makes a lot of sense. No. I don't know what's making me do these accents. I think I'm in an international community, so. Man, get the fuck up out of here with that. Naked ass dudes on here. You guys are nasty. See, I protect you guys from seeing that. Jack Harlow, what's happening, my dude?
Right now?
You said which one?
You want to... Did you say Jack Harlow?
Yeah, I thought you dropped a new album.
That name sounds so familiar. Did that guy makes music, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, I thought you made music. It's not you?
No, that's not me. Who is Jack Harlow? Wait, sorry. I'll search him
Bro,
up
I swear to God, you look like his little brother. Not even little, just his brother, like in general.
Is he the one? If he's the one I'm thinking of, I can understand.
He made what's that? I don't even know his music, dude. He made the Fergie remix.
Oh, are you on a podcast or something? Because like, the way you're set up, it just looks like a podcast.
Yeah, I'm streaming at the moment.
Real? How many viewers do you got?
It doesn't tell me on this interface, so I don't know. I just read the chat. Sometimes we do good, sometimes we do
I'll
bad.
search you up quickly.
I'm Cassius Morris, Cassius.
Cassius.
IUS. One S at the end, and then Morris.
Cassius, and then Morris.
Yes.
How do I spell that?
Morris. I need an easier name to fucking spell, dude.
Yeah, low key. I think I found your YouTube. It kind of looks like you.
Yeah, I got like 75K, 76K subs.
Oh, so you like low key kind of popular?
Nah, trying, man. You know, we just show up every day, no matter who's watching.
Yeah, bro. I fuck with that so heavy.
Thanks, bro.
Don't do drugs, kids watching this. That's bad
right.
for you.
That's right. We had a meth head on Monkey yesterday, so that was really bad.
I am a professional myself. Don't do them. It fucks up your brain.
Wow. What's the drug of choice?
I don't do the drug of choice. I've got like a little rotation happening. It's between marijuana, acid, and mushrooms.
I mean, if you're gonna do drugs, that's a pretty good combo.
I like to go for a little trip every now and then. It helps me. Sometimes it's what I need. But I don't abuse it. Don't ever abuse it, because it will fry your brain. It's not what you need.
So no daily weed use, just every other day.
It's definitely daily. Just no hard drug use like the psychedelics.
Okay.
I'm still locked in on school. I've got all my classes and shit. I'm hella locked. A's and B's student while maintaining a definite drug addiction. See, I even got that. I don't want to shop for too long because you're on Twitch?
YouTube.
Yeah, okay. Wait, so if I
thought you found my channel.
Click on your YouTube. Yeah, I never clicked on it. I just assumed. Yeah, wait. Wait, that's kind of cool.
Hey, man. We try to keep it cool over here.
Hold on. I'll give you a follow. I got like 6 accounts.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate. See, shout out to this dude. This is a W man's right here.
Have a great rest of your night or day, whatever it is.
Thank you, brother.
I'm a professional Mackles worker.
Thank you, my guy.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You've got the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be appointed to you.
What? Dude. That was a cop, right? I mean, that was absolutely a cop. There's no question in my mind. Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
How's it going, bro?
Going well. How about you?
Yeah, nothing much, man.
Where are you calling from? Why is everybody from Australia tonight? I must be on a different algorithm.
Because it says you're from Australia. That's why.
Oh, dude, I put Israel as my VPN, and it sends me to Australia.
Oh, maybe yeah, maybe you just can't afford the highest subscription on your VPN, Breaky.
Oh, is that I gotta get my money up? Is that what it is? What the fuck? Yeah, stick to those 3, my guys. Shout out to you in the chat. Fresh Pickle, Officer Pickle. Shout out to the officer. I'm just playing. Yeah, we're gonna change this though. This is all Australia. What's good, bro?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. Trying to talk to some Australian homeboys over here.
Why? You Australian or what?
No, we accidentally put the wrong VPN, so now I'm like fascinated in how you guys are living over there.
Oh yeah, what? Are you streaming or something?
Yeah, we're streaming right now.
Oh yeah, how many views you got, bro?
I don't know how many you're watching because it doesn't tell me in OBS, but I just read the chat.
Are there a lot of people like chatting or nah?
Not a whole. I mean, it's kind of a chill stream, but like we do anywhere from like a couple thousand to like 150,000 per stream. So it really just depends on the night.
Oh yeah, that's calm, bro. Well, like, what do you want to know about Australia? I can tell you some stuff.
I mean, I understand that it gets kind of crazy out there. Like, I know there's a big rap scene, but I understand those guys get pretty active too. Is that true?
Yeah.
Who's the best rapper from Australia?
Ooh. Like maybe what is it? Maybe Baitface.
Okay, I haven't heard of him. Does he have beef with Spanian? Is that a thing?
Oh, see, Spaniards from Sydney, yeah. Like Baitface is like Melbourne and that, you know. Like if you search him up on YouTube, he's got like a lot of popular songs, like maybe a couple 100,000. Like he's one of like his good songs. Who's Got Vine? Type Who's Got Vine.
Who's got Vine?
No, Vine with a B.
Bine. Okay, the Baitface. Interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. I feel like Australian rap is low key better than UK rap.
But, like if you hear Who's Got Vine, it'll like make you can be like more convinced, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go look at that. So what would you say is one thing about Australia that people get wrong, or like that people wouldn't know about unless they visited?
Like maybe like the snakes and kangaroos, like you don't really see much up here. Like people make it sound like crazy, right? But like there's really no snakes and like no kangaroos. Like you can only see the kangaroos in like where people don't live, you know.
Okay,
Like,
see, that's what
maybe
I was
in the-
worried about.
in the west. Yeah, nah. And then snakes are like where people don't really live either. It's like it's more in like just more like just people where they don't I don't know. They're just like in the desert and that or whatever.
In the outback.
Exactly, yeah, in the outback, like in the middle of Australia, like where no one lives there. Like that's why like people make it sound scary and like there's spiders in here, but like you don't really gotta worry. Like they're not even bad.
Do you guys ever go visit the outback, like as locals?
Well, it just depends if you're like, I don't know, if you're like like some really white posh family like that decides to go to like Uluru or some shit like that, you know?
Damn, dude. I feel like I want to check it out. I know you guys got some pretty incredible women in Sydney too. I travel a lot. I meet a lot of people. Every woman I've met from Sydney is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they are, but like they can be what is it? Unloyal, you know? Like they can all look nice and that. But they're usually like hoes, you know, like whores.
They're on that demon time.
Exactly, like respectfully they are like, you know, but
Well, this is good, man. This is good data for me to collect. So I feel like when I do touch Australia, I'm going to be better off with this information.
yeah, I mean, no, like there's really no kangaroos out here. Like you can see a couple, like, but they're nowhere, you know. It's pretty hard to find them.
Respect, bro. Well, I appreciate the insight, my guy. You have a great rest of your evening.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Bro, why are Australians so cool, dude? What's up? You look so unsure about me. Why can't we be friends? I'm going to match your energy. Come on. You know you want to be friends. Where you from? She wanted to be friends. She wanted to be friends. Come on. Don't be silly. 24 viewers? Don't tell me that, please. Guys, only tell me the viewer count when it's over 100. I don't want to know when it's under 100 because that's why I don't look at it. I feel deflated when I do because I'll have one stream at night where there's 500 people watching, and then the next night I'll have 25 people watching. And I value each and every individual equally. But I'm just saying, like, at my stage of being a creator, we don't have that consistency quite yet. It's a numbers game. I like it better. I want to know when it's like popping type of shit. Doesn't devalue who's here though. Don't get me wrong. The value is still intact. Okay. We're changing my VPN to Canada now. Let's do that. That's a good idea. I have not done the Canadian VPN yet, so let's go ahead and switch that now. Excuse me. So Canada is now the VPN. So let's see who we can talk to. Let's go back to Monkey. Okay. This chair is fucking funny, dude. Okay. Let's do it. Yo. Goodbye. Slat. What's good, bro?
What up, Trey? You look cool, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. How's your day going?
You meant morning?
Morning. Oh, yeah, dude. It's 8 at night over here, man.
Yeah, 8 in the morning over here.
That's what's up, dude. How's your day going? Are we keeping it positive today or having positive vibes?
I just got up.
Okay.
Look.
Well, I don't want to bombard you, bro. I hope it ends up being a great day.
We straight, bro. Look, do I got my weed for?
So it's gonna be a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Respect, brother. That guy's cool. Is there no women on this app though? Like, I feel like it's all dudes. I would like to talk to an actual woman, but I feel like every other dude on here would also like to talk to an actual woman. So I feel like that's maybe the problem. Oh shit, I see myself. What are you gonna do to me? Pause.
Touch you. I wanna touch you.
Is this the Diddy cast?
I wanna touch your booty.
What the fuck? Come on now.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
You play any Geometry Dash?
Of course.
Have you ever beat Jumper?
Couple times.
Bro, I'm stuck on it. I just beat Can't Let Go. Can't Let Go is so fucking annoying to beat, man. I'm not looking forward to Time Machine.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I have no idea what you're talking about. I just want to be part of it.
Oh, it's a video game. Geometry Dash.
Okay. Yeah. I have no...
You probably know it. Here. This game.
Oh. Is it like an educational game?
Not really. I kind of just click. Like, when I click, I jump. That's about it. And the point is, like, don't die. So just jump when you need to jump and don't jump when you don't need to jump.
See, now I feel like I'm part of something now. I need to start playing.
Exactly. Bro, you should. It's like $4 on Steam. Or you can play it for free on your internet browser.
W right here. W mans, but no free promo. This is the Monkey app, guys, so it's like Omegle. We're just going to goof around here for a couple minutes.
C'est pas nice, man. C'est pas nice. Tu parles français ou pas?
Oui, un petit peu, oui.
Oh, un petit peu, oui. The poutine.
The poutine, he says. This fucking guy. What's good? Pause. 18 and up. This is 18 and up. We're not doing none of that shit out here. Malaysia. What's happening, bro?
Nothing.
Are you in combat right now?
No, I'm airsoft.
You're in where?
It's a hobby. It's a hobby. cosplay.
Oh, it's a cosplay.
Yeah.
And how does it make you feel when you put it on?
Normal, not really, not like military or something.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I speak English. What's happening, my dude? Why you look so shocked? My guy looked like he just seen a fucking ghost.
I know you from somewhere.
You know me?
You famous?
No, not a chance. I'm not famous.
I watch your screams.
Do you?
You be screaming on it.
Yeah, I stream.
I be watching you.
Hey, I appreciate it, brother.
Yep, I be watching you.
My dude, what are you wearing right now? What's on your head? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's the shiesty. My dude's just ready to run out in the streets and... Bro said I'm famous, dude. I wish I was famous. If you guys watch me, I might become famous. No. If they watch me, I might become famous. But I'm not famous now. Can we get a good... Last night was so good on these, and now I feel like they're pretty dry. Like, I'm not going to stay on as long tonight. Because last night we had some crazy ones. Like, the bar is set high from yesterday. What's good, brother?
What up, my G?
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I thought I just saw Damian Marley pop up on my screen, dude. My right hand to God.
Oh, you saw like my cousin yesterday.
He's your cousin?
Damian yesterday?
Yes. He could be, bro.
100%. We'll never know if it's true or lie.
That's true. That's true. How you feeling, man? You feeling a little irie today or what?
100% today, tomorrow, yesterday, every single day, my guy. Positivity. That's it. That's all we need.
Let me ask you one thing.
How are we doing today?
Bro, I'm doing great. We're just chilling. I want to know, what's one tip you would give somebody who struggles to stay positive with their mindset? What would you tell them to do?
If they struggle, they need to keep their mind busy with something else.
Yeah.
Until you feel good with yourself, focus on something else. Do work. Get home, shower, sleep. Don't give no time for thinking too much, because the brain needs to rest as well, not just the body.
I like that.
Give it time.
Are you sure you're not a Marley?
I said we never know.
I feel like I do know, though, because I'm looking at you.
I mean, we'll never know if it's true what I said.
That's respect, bro. Well, listen, I send my respects, 100%.
I'll receive them, man. Take care of yourself. Love and respect all the time, yes?
Thank you, brother. Bro, was that Bob Marley's fucking... Who the fuck was that? Was that Bob Marley's... Like, undiscussed... Who the fuck was that guy? That guy was literally Bob Marley. What are we doing right now? We're talking to dead singers? Let's do like 2 more. See if that guy was kind of cool. I feel like I could have talked to him for longer, but I was starting to get suspicious that he was Bob Marley's reincarnation. What's happening, my dude?
Just got off work. How about you, man?
Bro, I'm having a great day. You have a super cool style. You look like straight out of like a super cool movie or something.
Well, thanks, man. Fucking, this is how I've had green hair for about like 10 years, dog. This is how I look.
A fellow Canadian as well.
Yeah, Ontario or?
Alberta over here. So is it a rivalry or are we okay?
No, we're chilling. Dude, I've been to Alberta like fucking multiple times. A lot of families out there. So I'm native. Like all my family's out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel like things are going in Ontario right now?
Pretty shit. Like, if we're being honest, bro.
Yeah.
Go anywhere down in Toronto, like any major cities. I'm born and raised in Hamilton, Ontario.
Okay.
And I was down there, I don't know, 2 years ago. It was terrible, bro. There's like shootings everywhere now. You know, like there was violence before, but the violence has gone like tenfold. Our cops, our fucking OPP, our fucking Hamilton division, Toronto division, they don't do shit about it. Like there's mad shit going on where like there's nothing happening about it. And I'm not racist at all by any means, but not to mention like the immigrants right now. Like the last time I really lived in Hamilton was like 2017, 2018. And even then, you go downtown, like fucking Beasley area, it's just Asians everywhere.
Right.
And who owns all the convenience stores? The fucking Indians. Like,
it's facts. And it's not even racist to
like,
say that. It's just true.
That's what I mean, right? Like, thank you for saying that, because that's genuinely how it is. It's not. I'm not being like I have no problem with the Asians, no problem with the Indians. It's just now you're dipping out of our actual Canadian people that can get jobs. Now we can't get jobs because everybody like, from China. I've met a lot of people from Vietnam that come down here. A lot of people from like Malaysia. Bangladesh, 2 other places, they're taking over our jobs. So now you're leaving the Canadian citizen with nothing to work for. You know, it's fucking it up. And it's not just here; it's like America too. Like all that New York shit that's been going on.
Yeah.
Closing down all those fucking hotels, giving it to all the immigrants. Like that's wild, bro. You know.
Dude, it's insane. I went to New York under the Biden presidency, and I got to see some of it. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But also in Canada, the countries you're talking about, I moved to those countries. So I've been living in Vietnam, Thailand for the past year. And when I came back to Canada, I couldn't recognize my own country because, yeah, it's literally all – it looked like I was still in Asia or in India.
So let me ask you this question. When you travel to those countries – did you see any us Canadians fucking invading over there?
Not invading. No, I would say, I mean, I see some, but they come in through the proper channels and they leave through the proper channels.
Yeah, because they're coming to visit. They're not coming to fucking stay and steal your jobs.
And also there's rules in Asia that are more strict. Like I almost, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong here, but it's almost hard to blame some of them because Canada makes it so easy for people to come in. It's like, why wouldn't they want to come in? It's almost like a leadership problem. So
then, like, what are the restrictions down, like, in the countries you're talking about? What would be, like, the main restriction where you're like, okay, that makes sense?
You need to go through and get a proper visa. You need to proof of finance, so you're not just going to come into the country and leech. And you need to prove all types of different things. And if not, you just get thrown out. It's very simple.
Yeah, and that's a good principle.
Exactly.
But that's actually a good principle.
Yeah, no, I think it's crazy what's going on in Canada and like the safety level too, because I've heard people can't even ride the trains in Toronto anymore.
No, bro. The trains are dangerous. Like I went, the last time I was on a train was like 6 months ago. I went to Toronto for a concert, and yeah, it's bad, bro. Like the GO trains don't even look like the GO trains anymore. Like there's like fucking. Before you go on to like your next crossing path, like where like fucking, you know, your next train cart, they got like fucking barricades up and everything, and then you got to show your ticket, whatever, because it's gotten that bad.
Yeah, there's no
you
trust
can't
anymore.
Get a go pass anymore and be like chill.
Man, so what do you think will happen? Mark Carney wants to bring in a bunch more immigrants. I think he said 60,000 more. What do you think will happen to Canada then?
At this point, Canadians are going to start moving out, like, probably to America. If I'm going to be real, there's going to be a lot of Canadians that are like, at this point in time, like we were just saying, there's already enough immigrants here that are taking over our jobs. You bring another 60-something thousand here, guess what? You're going to be waiting for months for a job here. And that's really shitty to like the youth, like I'd say 14 to 16 and up.
Yeah.
Because all that's going to do now is it's going to make kids go, I've been trying for a legit job. Now it's time to go sell drugs and guns. That's what happened to me, man. I'm 24 right now. 24. When I was a youngin', like 11 till 18 years old, that's what I did. I sold drugs and I sold guns.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how I got by. That's how I took care of my sickly mother. Didn't want to do it. Didn't want to have to do it, but that's what I did. For so many fucking years, bro. So many before weed was even fucking legal. And now it's to a point where now these kids, even if that's what they had to stoop to, that's what they had to fucking do to make a living, now weed's legal.
Right.
So now they're going to be selling harder stuff and guns.
Yeah, so it just
Those
gets
two
worse.
don't mix well together, bro. Then that brings the gun violence in. That brings domestics in. That brings so much bullshit. And I wouldn't say it's because of the immigrants, but you're making it harder on us for sure, you know? And like, all the power to them. You know, they want to make a better life. They want to send money back home to their families. That's cool. That's good and all. But why specifically Canada? I feel like we got more of them than they do have in America.
Dude, you're right.
Which
It's because of the soft rules, man. That's the thing. It's the soft leadership. And also there's rumors, like people will try to run the narrative that Canadians don't want these jobs. But I feel like that's bullshit.
No, dude, everybody wants to work. Everybody that I've talked to, everybody with a little brother and sister wants to work at the fucking wazoo. I never met somebody in my life in Canada that's been like, nah, I'm just good freeloading. Like, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'll just make money off other people. Never met somebody like that before. And I've never met an immigrant like that before. Everybody wants to do their hard work. Everybody wants to do their hard work. Right?
Yeah.
But if anything, the backlash should be going back to those countries, to where they come from, where it's like, you guys aren't providing your people enough work to where they have to migrate down to our place and fucking make money that way. That's not living. That's not living. And then a lot of these countries, they boast about how great they are, right? How much they do for their country, how much they love their people. You don't love your people if half your people are moving from your country to ours. What the fuck does that make sense?
The man's got a point here. I mean, you're speaking facts, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing to do with racism or anything like that. It has to do everything with the fact that your country is doing shit for you, so you're coming over here to make a better life, and that's all fair game. That's fair game. But once like fucking 500,000 to 1 million of you guys come over, you know, now we're losing jobs in our own country, which is fucked. And then to save face, people don't want to be like, okay, we're not going to hire you because of this, because of that. No, they're going to fucking hire you.
Yeah.
So
faster
I don't know.
than the actual people who were born here, they're going to get the jobs. And I'm with you. It's not I don't care what race it is. I just have an issue with the fact that the Canadian government doesn't take care of people who were born in Canada. That's all I care about.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm fucking saying, man. Because it literally, at this point, makes no sense to have pretty much half of your country either vacating or just kind of just giving up on life, you know, because of all the shit that's going on. And it's not like it just started yesterday. It's been a thing over the past, I'd say, since 2016. 2016 is when it got really bad. And you're starting to see a shift where you're like, okay, next year, all right, next year, what the fuck's going on? You know, like,
yeah,
It's like they give an open path, open-handed. Here you go. Welcome to the country. Still our jobs.
I had an Uber driver tell me in like 2019 that he saw that Trudeau was a horrible leader, but he liked him because he supported India. So he was like, oh, he's a terrible leader for you guys, but for us, he's great. And I was like, this doesn't sound right at all.
No, man. I did a small stint in Elliott Lake. I just moved back home. On my reserve. I'm Native American. I just moved back home. And but I moved to a little retirement town called Elliott Lake. I walked there. It took me 5.5 days. I fucking walked the whole way.
5.5 days?
5.5 days. Yep.
Holy shit.
I slept on sideways, bro. I was homeless for like 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations in having a home, dude. That's huge.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, no. I went from sleeping on the ground with a duffel bag as my pillow and like a little tiny blanket, fucking yay big, didn't even fit my whole body, to a tent, and then finally to a trailer, and then a home. And after like 9 months, I almost lived there for a whole year. I moved back home because my family's having health issues. They're having health issues right now.
I'm sorry.
So, looking after the house, doing what I can to do. But while I was down in Elliott Lake, man, I was talking to a lot of immigrants because I was working at Tim Hortons at the time. I stuck up my Timmy's visor here, bro.
There you go. Badge of honor.
Yeah, no, I worked. Yeah, I worked there for fucking a whole year, pretty much, and a lot of the workers there were Indian, and I actually got to ask them, like, plain and simple, like, what made you move from the country? And a lot of the answers were mostly identical. Was like, our country got really bad. A lot of cartel shit going on. They get threatened. Their family gets threatened. They move over here.
In India.
Because they, yeah, Pakistan, India. There was one dude that lived in Egypt.
Oh yeah, Egypt is rough. Yeah.
Yeah, so but every story always lined up the same, which was they're not doing well, and there's a lot of local gangs who come and ask them for money. They can't pay the money, and if not, their family dies. So a lot of them move their family and them out here. Good on you. We'd all do the same. We'd all do the fucking same, right, for our family.
Of course.
But then it gets to a point where it's like, kind of sketchy, because how does everybody have the same story?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're asking a bunch of different people from different countries, and it's the same story.
It's every time the same story. Like there's no offbeat on it. It's literally all the same. My family's in danger. I had to move here, make better, send money home. That's all the story is every time. A little bit more elaborate, a little bit, people coming more and more, but that's the story every fucking time. And it makes you think, right? Like,
yeah. Well, there is coordination. Did you hear about the stuff with the food banks that happened?
No, I didn't. Enlighten me.
So there was a number of food banks in Canada and a bunch of different provinces that actually had to ban all international students because they found YouTube videos of people from foreign countries in their own languages making videos saying, this is how you go to Canada and get free food. So it was a step-by-step guide of how to game the system, and every time they would say the story, it would be step-by-step. So the story was the same every single time. So there's truth to what you're saying, man.
Well, I'm definitely not lying about it because I'm interested, right? Like, I'm not trying to sit there and throw anybody from any other country under the bus. I'm just like, but why Canada?
Exactly.
You're going to pick any place. Why Canada?
Yeah.
And then you hear all these same-ass stories, and you're like, okay, it makes sense, but not every one of you could have the same story. There's not 15 million cartels in the fucking world in every village that are going to fucking, run you out of your place to the point where you got to go to Canada. So then my real question is, Why? Give me the real reason. Give me
Right.
the actual real reason. I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm not gonna yell at you. Just give me the fucking real reason.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
that would make a lot more sense. You know, I was just wondering because you mentioned it. Like, what was the craziest stuff that you saw or went through while you were homeless? Like that, I feel like people could gloss over that, but that's such an intense thing.
Well, on my journey up to Elliott Lake, fuck, man, I carried about 80 pounds on my back.
Wow.
So, exhaustion's gonna kick in, like super heavy. You know, I had no money, nothing. I only had 2 pairs of sweatpants, 1 pair of jeans, 1 pair of boxers, and 1 pair of socks, and a blanket, my PS5, my fucking my VR shit for the PS5, my laptop, and a couple other things like fucking toothbrushes and shit, right?
Everything you owned in a bag.
Pretty much, not everything I owned, but like what I could carry in a bag on my
Right.
persons. And I didn't even get to pick it out. Like my mom's boyfriend was the one that like she was like fucking chucking shut the fucking window. He's like here. So, fuck, man. I passed out on the side of a highway one time, and just from heat exhaustion, fucking peak summer when I was walking, and I had like earbuds in, not like the over the top headphones. I had earbuds in,
Right.
and so I'm like, you know, passed out on the side of the road. Couple people pull over. One of the people that pulled over was like it was a girl. She was an ex-paramedic. So he runs over to me thinking I'm dead. I'm like dead on the side of the road. She got hit by a car. I'm fucking dead. She's trying to wake me up and shit. I'm peak passed out from heat exhaustion, you know. So she calls an ambulance. The ambulance comes. You got all this fucking bullshit. They fucking do the sternum rub, which hurts. The sternum rub fucking hurts, bro. So they wake me up. No, I'm good, bro. I'm just taking a nap. Leave me alone. The real ambulance leave, but the girl that called, who was an ex-ambulance chick, she's like screaming at me. She's like, "You're a fucking idiot. You could have got us killed," and a bunch of shit. And she's like, "Do you need a ride?" Sure, I'll take a ride. Tell her where I'm going. She's gonna drive me as far as she can, and then she hits me with the 180. She goes, "Do you got $20?"
Ah, come on.
I swear. She goes, "You got $20?" So, I'm homeless. I'm walking around.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And then she just fucking pulls over, gets me out the car.
Damn.
Swears at me a couple times. Yeah.
I was hoping
Another
it would have been
time-
a good story that she did something positive, but it's a negative that she did.
Here's a positive one. So, about 4 hours into my journey, I cross on a ferry, right? I'm taking a boat, taking a ferry across the other side. I get across the other side. I walk about half a mile. I sit on a patch of grass. I'm just sat there chilling, right? Got all my bags beside me. I'm looking on Google Maps. I'm like, okay, where do I walk from here? Because I never walked to this place before. I don't know this place at all. So I'm looking on Google Maps, and an SUV of like 6 different women pull over, and the passenger rolls down their window, and the driver goes, "Hey, do you need a place to stay?" I'm like, I could use that. They go, "Well, our car's full, but you could follow us. We're like a block and a half down." All right. So I walk down. This is in Tobermory. So I walk down like a block and a half, and the girl lives at a church.
Whoa. Super weird.
Yeah, and it's not like she doesn't run the church or nothing. It's, I guess, a lot of places in Tobermory and Owen Sound adjacent have a lot of abandoned churches that people just buy for like to live in. Like,
And that's in Ontario?
Yeah.
That's super weird. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, dude, I never did before this night either.
Yeah. That's like a
But-
super niche part of Canada.
Yeah, no, really cool, man. Like, there's a lot of churches that get bought up by regular ass people that just live in churches, and they don't change it. They don't even get rid of the clock towers, the
Whoa.
crosses, nothing. They just live in churches. It's crazy.
That's pretty cool. So you got invited to a church
And
house.
so, like, yeah, so she's like, you can come stay at my place for the night. You know, I give her the borderline of my story, what I'm telling you now. Like, I'm homeless, walking here all the way to Elliott Lake, 5.5 days, yada, yada, yada. Like, well, you could stay with me for the night. I bet you're tired. Well, super tired. Brings me behind the church, and there's like a little shack, like a garage shack, where you put tools in and shit, right?
Right.
I go in there. There's a bunk bed. There's a bunk bed. There's a little stool that has one of them old ass VHS TVs, where it's a TV that takes the VHS.
Oh shit!
I haven't seen one of them in time, bro.
We're going back now, yeah.
Yeah, and then she had a stack of VCRs, bro. Like shit I could watch, and I had a 12-pack on me because some good Samaritan gave me like $20, so I bought a 12-pack. I threw in Beverly Hills Ninja.
That sounds like a dope ass night.
Beverly Hills Cop. Now I went to bed. Yeah, she woke me up in the morning. She's like, "Hey, I gotta go to work. You gotta go. Thanks for staying the night. You know, you entertained my friends and shit. Like we had a good time. All right, sick." And I just kept walking, bro. I met another dude. He was a cowboy, straight cowboy, like most cowboy you could think, bro. He like fucking hurdled, like fucking owls and shit. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude, anyways. But yeah, I met him. He gave me like a carton. He gave me a carton of cigarettes for free.
Holy shit!
Threw me $50 and a 12-pack of beer, and left me on the side of like a Wendy's Subway, fucking one of those half and half ones.
I love how they're giving you stuff that's not going to help you get out of the situation, but it will help you in the situation while you're there. You know what I mean?
It's for morale. It's
right.
morale. It's a morale boost, bro. It's a morale boost. It's yo, like, so I just asked the guy, like, the whole like, I didn't even ask him for nothing. All I go is, bro, before I get out the car, you hook me up with another dart, please. Like, I just need another dart. He's like, nah, bro, I bought this carton like a week ago. He's like, I don't smoke this shit at all. Here you go. Gave me a whole ass carton.
Amazing.
I'm like, well, thanks, man. And I'm like, packing my bag, and he goes, yeah, man. And like, I bought like, what did you say, like 148 beers. He goes, bro, fuck these guys. Take a 12-pack. Like, really?
Wow.
He's like, yeah, bro, take a 12-pack. And then as I'm leaving, he goes, you hungry? I'm like, no, really. Like, I'm good. I'm chilling, bro. He goes, well, here's $50 because we were right outside the Wendy's. It was like a Wendy's / a Subway. He goes, well, here's $50. You know?
It's like Christmas.
The kindness of people. Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Man, I love the fact that generous people made their way into your orbit when you needed them. Were you ever worried about the people, like being able to trust these people, or did you know that they were good?
You know, I kind of live by the mantra of, if you don't trust others, then who could trust you?
I like that, actually. That's interesting.
So I went along with it. You know, if I'm going to get stabbed, I'll get stabbed. If I'm going to get fucking kidnapped, you know, but it's the trust you put in other people, you'll get that trust back.
Yeah. You got to.
So that's kind of the mantra I live by, and that's what I just kept doing. Anybody that gave me a ride, I just took the ride. Anybody that told me I could sleep in their fucking behind a church in a shack, I did it. You know, I even met a girl at one point who owned like a motel with like 40 rooms or something like that, and she let me stay in one of her hotel rooms for free.
Wow. So you had good energy coming towards you even in your hard times.
Dude, the best energy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was nothing I would ever expect in my lifetime because I had never done that before. I had never gone out my comfort zone and, you know, gone and hiked and done all this fucking shit to go to a different place. But I believed in it, and it believed in me.
Dude, well, I'm happy to hear that you made it to the other side of that, man, and you being on this call from a home is a big deal. So you got to give yourself a pat on the back for how far you've come.
Oh man, I trust me, I have, because fucking it went from like once I got up there, like I said, man, I was sleeping on a duffel bag, and I had my blanket on me. That was about it. And I was living in a children's park, Kiwanis Park, it was called. It was a fucking kids park. And I was just, sleeping by the baseball diamond, whatever, this and that. And I wake up every day. You wonder how I bathe?
How?
A splash pad, my guy.
Wow. No shit. So you're taking a shower in a splash pad, like, while the morning sun is rising.
50 little kids around me, like, actually trying to play and have fun, and I'm just sat there doping it up and taking a fucking.
You're like, I'm one of their
shower,
uncles. Just
bro.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not a pedophile. I swear to God, I'm just trying to bathe. And then I go into the fucking bathroom, because there was like a recreational bathroom. That's where I brush my teeth. I go to the sink, I brush my teeth, I look in the mirror, slick back my hair. That's how I got a job, bro. I made 20 resumes. I went to a library. It was $2.50 to make 20 pieces of paper for my resume. And I went around all the town, handed out every single piece of resume. No frills, food land, fucking construction, everything. Literally everything. And the place that had me back was Tim Hortons like 3 months later when I was living in a trailer.
Dude. And see, this is a testament that there's never any excuse. You can always find a way to turn your situation around if you got that drive, and you did.
It's called bouncing back for a reason, man. You can always bounce back from a shitty situation. You never have to sit there and whine, moan, or complain about how bad your life is. If you want to change your life, change it.
I like that, dude. That this is like valuable discussion, and I value your candid nature too, to be able to talk about it, dude. It takes a lot to just put it out there.
Man, you got to believe in the fact that spreading even the most of like embarrassing information is going to help another person or another generation, right?
Absolutely.
So that's why I say what I say. I do what I do because it's going to help the next person. It really is. A lot of people, like we're just talking about, how our jobs are getting stolen, this and that. It's becoming more and more frequent in our country. And a lot of people are actually doing what I did. They're just hitchhiking, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't trust like I do. You guys trust in the process. Do what you're doing. Be mentally happy with yourself, man. Like what drove me a lot through that was music.
Right.
Music was my jam. If I didn't have music, I don't know if I could have done it. Genuinely. But you got to have a drive. You got to have a passion. You got to do what you got to do. And eventually, you'll feel happy. You can't let this modern day bullshit brain rot bring you to bad decisions to where you just fucking, at the age of 18, you're in fucking jail and now you're doing fuck all,
Yeah. No, we got to stay in control, man. We run this ship, and RJ, is it, man? I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate your positive nature, my guy, for real. I'm glad we got to connect.
Do you run a podcast or something? What's with the mic?
Yeah, I do all types of different content. Podcast, interview, YouTube.
Oh, what, is this going to be on YouTube or something?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah? Well, name is Riley Millette. I'm a gangster. I love you boys. And subscribe. What's the channel? What's the channel?
My channel is Cassius Morris. If you look that up, CASSIUS.
Hold on. I'm on my PlayStation here. CISS?
CASSIUS.
So one more time, sorry?
CASS.
CASS.
IUS.
Yep.
And then Morris. And I have a pretty good feeling it'll be on YouTube.
Is there a space between it, like the Morris?
Yes, Cassius Morris Official is the
All
full
one word.
channel. It's not all one word, all split up. Cassius Morris Official.
Morris. I'm a sub to you, man.
Thank you, brother. I hope to see you in the chat. I'm live pretty much every day.
Oh, I just seen you. Hold on.
That's right. You can give a wave to
you're
the people.
You're almost 100K, my guy.
Yes,
Fucking,
sir.
man.
Road to 100, man.
Anybody that watches that video, by the end of this year, I want to see my man's at 250K.
Let's fucking go. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
All right.
With this type of content,
Yo,
we will, brother.
Or on bleep it out if you edit in the fucking videos and shit. Brad Rue on Facebook or Animalette23 on Snap. If this video gets 15K likes, do a part 2.
Let's go, bro. Here, I'm gonna mute your mic if you want to drop the name because it didn't really go. I'm gonna mute it. And what was the name that I can hear you? Yeah.
Okay. So on Snapchat it's RIMILLETTE 23.
Okay.
On Facebook it's just Rad Rue.
Okay.
RAD space ROO.
Okay, brother. I'll shoot you an ad, man. Thanks for your time, dude. And yeah, we'll be chatting again soon.
Yeah, it's nice to talk to you. You're like the most normal person I met on this fucking app. Have a good one, bro.
Thank you, brother. You guys are like, he's probably live. Was that? I mean, look, dude. It's pretty obvious I'm live, isn't it? Like, I feel like I'm not secreting myself, guys. I'm literally showing up with this. It's not a secret that I'm live. I'm not trying to hide it. Okay, quick intermission. Because I'm about to piss my fucking pants. So give me a second. Let me... Hold on a second. We need a video. We need a good video. I tried to do the Ozzy Osbourne evil laugh and it didn't work. Where's my fucking video? Hang on a second. I hid my camera somewhere and now I don't know where I put it. Wait. Where's my good camera? Man, what the fuck? Alright, I guess it doesn't want to show me on the good camera right now. Show me on here. Okay. That's fine. Do we have any more stories? It's been a fun stream tonight, guys. Definitely had more viewers yesterday, but that's okay. I mean, like I say, my thing is not views right now. My thing is quality. So for me, it's like, I don't care if there's 125,000 people watching the chat like we've had before, or if there's like 30 people watching. My goal right now is consistency and quality. Because here's what happens. I feel like you're only going to blow up in this world if you're not funded by big business and big government like these other douchebags. If you're actually independent and authentic like me, you're only going to blow up if consistency meets quality. See, at the stage in the game I'm at, we're going to have smaller streams. We're going to have streams where it's not hundreds of people, thousands of people watching. But I've been doing this long enough to know that the main thing I need to worry about is not the ego issue of views. It's the quality control. Because if we have some that reach the masses, some that don't, that should be the only distinction. The distinction should never be in quality. So I don't care if there's 2 people who watch the whole 2 hours. Those 2 people are going to get the same quality of Cassius Morris live as the 100,000 view streams. That's like my brand promise for Cassius Morris. The brand promise is that the videos that get no views, not that this is one of them, but the videos that do, because some of them do lighter, some of them do better. The videos that get no views will be of equal quality to my viral videos. That's my brand promise for Cassius Morris Official, and we've been doing quite well. I'm very happy with how we've been doing on the recent streams. We take a look at this clip. Oh, it wants me to verify it's really me. Hang on a second. Because I'm using a VPN. Wait. I'm using a VPN, so my YouTube is like, you need to prove it's you. It says you're from a different country. Okay, it's back. So, yeah. Anyway, streams have been going really good, guys. We have this one clip from the stream which is about to hit 1 million. Did we hit 1 million? Did we hit 1 million? Oh, we're so close. 984,000 on this stream clip, guys. So look, obviously what we're doing on these streams is working. I'm fucking hyped about it. I'm loving the monkey segments talking to people. We're doing new IRL stuff here in Thailand while I'm still in this country before we go to the next country. We got interviews out the wazoo. We got Space Fraley. Corrosions of Conformity, Butcher Babies, all dropping in the next couple of days. We got variety. We got music. We got entertainment. We got politics. We got world events. I'm the plug, bro. Listen, you want entertainment? I'm the plug. You come to see me. You want to be entertained on any front. Rock and roll, hip hop, politics, world news. This is where you go. And people will say that some of your content is scattered. You need to pick a lane. You need to pick a theme. Fuck that. I'm the theme. Because we get you guys from all angles. We hit you guys with whatever is relevant that day. I don't give a fuck about a genre. I don't care about committing to a niche. This is day to day, bro. What matters today? What is shaking the world up today? That's what we cover. I don't care about putting myself in a box for what I'm going to do tomorrow. This is today, my friends. And this is just the beginning. Look, my stamina's going up. We're about 3 hours in. I feel like I've done a half hour because my stamina's up. And I honestly would like to fucking go crazy. I would like to destroy this fucking room right now and go crazy because I feel like the old school rock stars, like when they just trashed a fucking hotel room for nothing. That's how I feel right now because I'm so motivated to be the biggest streamer on the planet. I'm so motivated to be the #1 entertainer in the world that it's never going to stop. I might just fucking stay on all night. I might just have to stay on all night. I can't even contain it. Let me chill because I'm wildin'. Let me calm down for a second, but I shouldn't calm down. We got the top spot to take. So, guys, I appreciate you being here. Was there any other I don't know if there's any more stories. I feel like we've done a lot of stories tonight. Yeah, we'll leave you guys wanting a little more. So we'll be back tomorrow. I don't even know why the fuck I'm standing right now. I'm just so amped up lately, guys. And I'll tell you, I really want it right now. You know, I've been in a position where I feel like I've been flirting with real success for a very long time. I've had a lot of success in my career. We've had a lot of incredible guests. We've had a lot of standout highlight moments, headlines, viral clips. We've done a lot of things that people wish they could do. But all I'll say is it's nothing compared to where we are going to take this channel. And I never want anybody to ever think that I'm satisfied. You can see me interview this guy, that guy, go on Joey Diaz, go on The Corolla Show, go on TMZ, all great opportunities. But whatever the case may be, and I don't care if I interview the president tonight, I don't care if I interview the president tonight, I will still never be satisfied. No satisfaction. Nothing. Until there's a YouTube plaque right here on the wall for 1 million subscribers, we're not giving it a rest. So it's about 8:30 p.m. I'm going to go work until like 5 in the morning. Why do I look like P. Diddy? I think it's probably the hairline would be my... I mean, he did have this haircut at one point, but I feel like I'm like a white Diddy. Yeah, I could be like the white Diddy. Wait a minute. You're framing me. Don't get me saying that on camera. Who the fuck said that? Daniel? David? David, how dare you? Never call me P. Diddy. I'm a lot more handsome than P. Diddy. And I prefer not to use baby oil. So with that, on that incredible note, wow, I should have quit while I was ahead. Now I'm ending on a Diddy baby oil one-liner. But at the risk of digging the hole deeper, we will end the stream now and we will come back tomorrow. I appreciate you guys being here, and just know I'm fucking ready, guys. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for you guys to be the ones who saw the up-and-coming streamer before he popped off. I'm ready to fucking take the spot. Streaming is dead. Streaming is stale, and it needs new life. We're coming to take it. That's it. That's all I got to say. I love you guys. Have a phenomenal night.